Hello and welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, today to show you we have got a 2020 on a 20 plate Mazda CX-30. Now, this car is in the SE-L Lux specification. It has the 2 litre SKYACTIV G 122 PS petrol engine, a manual transmission, and is finished in a colour called jet black. Now we actually supplied this car from new. We took the car in part exchange from a repeat customer of ours. I've just taken delivery of another very similar car, and this would have been probably one of the first CX-30s on the road. So it launched at the beginning of 2020, so didn't have the most promising start to life given what was going on in the world at the beginning of 2020. But car's covered around 25,000 miles, has a full and complete documented service history with us. And CX-30's turned out to be a really important car for us. We're a Mazda main dealer, so we've been involved with these from the launch of the car, and it's been a hugely important car for Mazda, and very much for us as a dealership. So this was one of the first cars that had Mazda's sort of newer generation interiors. There's been a substantial upgrade to the interior of the predecessor to this car, which was called the CX-3. And the finish of the car is wonderful. The 2 litre engine is very good, it's very willing, has a couple of clever technologies on it, has mild hybrid attached to it, so has a very small amount of electrical assistance. You can't drive it on just electric, it will always have the petrol engine on, and the electric is there just to support it during times of acceleration. It also has cylinder deactivation, so you're able to run the car on just 2 cylinders if you're on a sort of 40-50 mile an hour road in a high gear and you're sensible on the throttle. It will run on 2 cylinders and put your fuel economy up. Now, I noticed when I was driving the car down here to take the photos and the video that the previous owner had been averaging around 46 miles to the gallon in this car, which, given it's a normally aspirated engine, a decent sized car, very well finished, I'd imagine it's got quite a sensible gross weight behind it because of how nice the interior is and all the materials Mazda have used to make it soundproofed and quiet. But 46 miles to the gallon, which is wonderful. As I take you around the car, hopefully you'll be able to appreciate the condition this vehicle was in. I managed to look round it just before I took the photos, couldn't find a mark on it other than a very small scratch on the near side, offside front wing, which we're going to have put right. Show you the boot. Now, this is still has a power tailgate. Now, if you looked at a CX-30 that was brand new, this specification would no longer have a power tailgate. It's something that Mazda removed from the spec about a year or so ago, but this being an SE-L Lux at the beginning of the car's life, does still have the power tailgate function. I'm really sorry about the wind noise if you can't hear me very well, but yeah, huge boot and plenty of space. If you've not had a power tailgate before, it's an absolutely wonderful addition to any car. All the alloy wheels are unmarked, car's on matching Bridgestone Chiranza tyres, which is what these cars come with from factory. And inside you're greeted with this very nice dark cloth interior. I quite like that Mazda have sort of made the effort to have this sort of inlay, a slightly different pattern and a different colour to make it stand out. Looks really nice. It's a lovely place to be. Really is one of the best interiors we do in the CX-30. Car's never had an animal in it. It's definitely not a smoker's car. There's no adverse smells. Even things like headlining, all in wonderful condition. Oh, there we go. Get out of the wind. Apologies if you couldn't hear me very well. So you've got this lovely digital display, which you can see come up there. Like all modern Mazdas, it's a push button start car, so you just have to dip the clutch. Press that button one time, you're greeted with the CX-30 logo, which I really like. And you can see there, average miles per gallon, 46.1, which is, like I say, very sensible given the car's weight and the fact it's a 2 litre normally aspirated engine. This centred digital display is really nice. It's got a couple of features on it which I'll talk you through. You can see there it's already acknowledging that we're in a 30 mile an hour zone. That is from a camera on the front of the car. It's the traffic sign recognition technology that Mazda offer. And what it'll do is, when you drive past a speed sign, it will appear there to show you the speed you're in. It will also move this little red line. So you can see here, it's the red line's on the 30 mile an hour section. As we were to drive past, or if we were to drive past a 40 mile an hour speed sign, that red line would move to the 40 mile an hour section. So it moves alongside with you, and it's live to the minute. As long as it sees the sign, it will feed that information to it. So really clever. You also have a projected colour head-up display, and just here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because of the sun glare, projected onto the windscreen there, you've got a 0 mph logo and the speed sign as well. I mentioned the car has mild hybrid and cylinder deactivation. You've got this very clever and intuitive live image of what's going on with the hybrid and the engine and what's driving what. And this is the screen that will also show you when the cylinder deactivation is happening. So I think it runs on the middle 2 cylinders. The outside pistons obviously still move, but they're not putting any fuel in, and that increases your fuel economy. You've got integrated navigation, so you don't have to use your smartphone. It's not smartphone enabled. It does have an SD card in the car, so it's fully independent. DAB digital radio, Bluetooth audio streaming, like I said, hands-free telephone, which you can connect your phone to. Also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, so if you hardwire in your smartphone to this system, you're able to use a whole host of applications from your phone through the multimedia system, things like Waze, Google Maps, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever it might be, but fully integrated, and all the icons from the iPhone or Android phone appear on the screen. You've got a climate control air conditioning system down here, heated seats, which is a really nice spec. And bear in mind, this is close to the sort of starting specification of CX-30, but they come so well equipped from the off. I'm a firm believer there is no such thing as a bad specification CX-30 because they're all so well equipped. But yeah, dual zone climate control, heated front seats, this absolutely wonderful 6-speed manual gearbox. Now, I have spoken many times in the videos I've done about Mazda's manual gearboxes, but on the Mazda 3 and on the CX-30, they are leagues above any other. So it has a very clever rev matching technology on it. So when you go to move from first to second gear, it will actually hold the revs in the correct place that it should be. So say you're in second gear at 3000 revs and you shift up, the needle will drop to 2000 where it's anticipating it will need to be, and it will actually hold it there until you make your gear change. I think it's for a couple of seconds, but it's more than enough to make your gear change, and the car just glides. It's a really smooth transition. It's very difficult to miss a gear or get a jerky gear change. You have to drive it to be able to appreciate how good it is, but it is wonderful. You also have electronic handbrake. You just have to press it down with your foot on the brake to take it off, and lift it up with your foot on the brake to put it back on. Really is that simple. All your volume controls here for the stereo, and the multimedia system here as well. I'm going to turn the car off. Now the car has just hit its 3-year anniversary, so we have now put the car through a 3rd service and an MOT. That's just been done in time to get the car advertised for sale. So to all intents and purposes, the car is ready to go. As I mentioned, there is a small scratch on this wing, which I will show you actually in the interest of fairness. A little scratch just on the wing here, very, very small. I think we may even be able to machine polish it and get rid of it. But other than that, the paintwork is in beautiful condition. As you can see, it's got that lovely high gloss mirror shine to it. And for what is a 3-year-old car now, it really is a lovely example. The car will also be supplied with 12 months Mazda warranty. That's included in the advertised cost of the car. We accept part exchanges from all manufacturers, all makes, models, mileages, ages. If you're contemplating selling your existing car, do give us a try. We are very competitive buyers of used cars at the moment, so do give us a try. If you've got any other questions or you'd like to arrange a test drive, please feel free to give us a call. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll speak to you soon. Cheers then.